Ayubovan, Namaste, and a very fresh good morning to all the ladies and gentlemen present here. Well, to quickly introduce myself, my name is Navita, and here I am at the South Asian Lawyers T20 tournament at none other than the PRC grounds, Colombo. So it is a bright sunny day for all of us, and everybody is set to get the game started as we have a Dhaka and Lahore. But the Dhaka decided to lose the toss and they have lost it. So we're going to be having both the teams encounter. So yes, over to the commentator.
Second match of South Asian Lawyers Cricket Tournament between Dhaka and Lahore. And the ground has beautiful outfield and the pitch looks hard. There will be bounce and there are few spots which have been covered recently are going to help the spinners. And subcontinent wickets are known for spin tracks and especially Sri Lankan wickets are known for spin. So spinners are going to play major role in this tournament, this T20 tournament. So captains winning the toss might go for bowling and contain opposition for below 160 or 170 and chase it later. Thank you.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be having Dhaka versus Lahore, and let me tell you that Lahore won the toss and they have decided to field. And now let's look at Dhaka if they are going to be winning it. So let's wish both the teams all the very best, and over to the commentator.
I'm Ravita Pera joining you live here at the BRC ground in Colombo. It's a beautiful day. We are having it's a dry outfield here in the BRC, so we expect quite a lot of runs. However, we'll see what happens within the course of the next few hours. Yep. Number 3.
Alright, so far the batters from Dhaka have been well set, but it's an attacking field. That's a fuller delivery, and the first run for Dhaka. That's good running. This is the intent we need to see from the Dhaka team. It's going to be a tough match here at the BRC grounds. A lovely day for cricket, and both teams seem to be capitalizing on it.
They have to capitalize on it. I mean, it's the environment, the setting of the ground is absolutely in the batter's way. So I think Dhaka should capitalize on the advantage that has been given to them.
It's definitely a batsman's pitch here. It's a dry outfield, so if they can score between the gaps in the field, It'll be quick boundaries on the trot for them, but they need to be careful about being too brash here.
Oh,
So far, the bowlers from Lahore doing a bang-up job. Oh, that's a brilliant shot. Raises off the boundary. And the first boundary of the day. That's a brilliant shot. Oh, the fielder. Like I said, Ravi, it's going to be an extremely friendly pitch for the batsman today. It's the ball comes straight up to the batsman. So if they're able to middle it, all the fielders, it's going to be easy scoring all day long.
it's definitely just went over the fielder, but however, good run in between the wickets. We saw that as well early in the day.
The call for run, but to no avail. And that's the first over done with. Dhaka 6 runs for no loss. Yeah, it's a magnificent morning here in Colombo at the Burger Recreation Club. So storied history at the ground here. Sri Lanka, as we all know, is a bastion of cricket in South Asia. There's a rich cricketing history here.
Yeah.
Everything around Colombo follows the culture of cricket. So it's quite a privilege for the players and for us as well to be here.
Yes, definitely. I mean, because the environment here is immaculate. It's definitely the Colombo crowd is hyped for cricket, and definitely this tournament is definitely not an exception. We all are definitely going to be hyped for this as well. So we are joining here. We remind you as with match number 2, we had to remind our valuable sponsors here as well, AR Group and Ezone Lagoon, without whom this tournament would have been this successful. So we are here with match number 2, once again Lahore versus Dhaka. With the end of the first over, we have Dhaka scoring 6 runs for no loss. We're about to start with the second over.
Definitely, but for their part, the bowlers from Lahore have been doing a good job. Their first over was really good, except for that one loose delivery that was punished for a boundary, quickly and safely. Here comes the second bowler. That's a foolish length. But that's good running from Dhaka. So this is what they need to do. They need to establish a partnership.
An early partnership. Will the batsmen be able to do it? If they are able to do it, I think Dhaka has a good chance of making their innings stable more and more as they go ahead in this game. Don't you think, Arvind?
That's a foolish length as well. Beats it off into the leg side. And that's another run for the Dhaka batsman. See, this is intelligent cricket here from the two batsmen here. They're not looking to attack or be too aggressive with the deliveries that they face. They're just looking to eke out those loose deliveries and take them for singles and the odd boundary as well. Like I said earlier, it's a batsman's pitch here, so if they play their cards right, they can go for a big total here. 140, 150 plus is very much the odds for the Dhaka team, and early in the morning, they can score really well as well. That's a really good delivery by the Lahore bowler. That's loose, beaten off. Fine leg collects the ball, and that's another run. So inconsistency here from the bowlers. They need to be sticking to one consistent line and length. They need to attack the batsman, put them into a state of discomfort, as it were. That's a fuller length again. And that's a really good cut shot. Collected by the fielder in the deep, but that delivery is beaten off as well for a run.
Two fielders in the deep. Early in the morning, we see a fine leg and a third man. That's all what we see. And we saw quite an aggressive field setting in the first few overs. Oh,
Goes for a really aggressive shot there. Takes the bottom edge. And at the end of the second over, Dhaka 11 runs for the loss of no wickets. That's a really good shot there taken by the fielder.
yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the second over with Dhaka at 11 runs. With the loss of no wickets, we are proceeding on with this game. It's yet again a beautiful morning here at the BRC Burger Recreational Club grounds in Colombo.
So far it's been easy pickings for the batsmen at the crease. They haven't been looking to play really aggressively. They have been looking to take the bowlers on, but soon, once the partnership has been established,
They're getting steady little by little.
exactly.
That is exactly what Lahore would not want. That is.
So that's a call for LBW. Good running. Yeah, the match awareness from the two batsmen from Dhaka is really remarkable.
Yes.
It's really important that they eke out those runs early on, because in T20 every ball counts, every delivery counts.
Definitely, and it seems like in this game that the Lahore bowlers are actually trying to contain the Dhaka team. But however, the runs keep on leaking from the Dhaka side, and that is, Dhaka won't mind something. Yes, that is.
That's a really loud call from the fielders for a dismissal, especially by the wicketkeeper. But the umpire decides otherwise. Seems to have hit the ground. So yeah, the batsmen from Dhaka really they don't need to change up their game.
Yeah.
So far they've been doing everything right. They've been getting their basics right, but they don't need to attack the bowlers. They don't need to go for those really rash shots. But the batsman at the crease seems to have different ideas. Alright, that's beaten off into the leg. That's good batting, intelligent batting, and another run.
Was a good shot by the batsman, but caught by the fielder. Oh yes, a little bit of a misfield could do. A little bit of a misfield, and Dhaka wouldn't mind getting a run over there. As you said, Arvind, there has been some good communication between the two batsmen. Hopefully, wouldn't, the communication wouldn't be a problem. The lack of communication, we have seen so many batsmen getting out just because of the lack of communication. Just a split second of lack of communication, no matter how much better you do it. And yes,
Yeah, that's
stopped by the field in the deep.
so consecutive fielding errors by the fielders,
Yeah.
allowing the batsman to capitalize and get another run as well. So Lahore getting slightly complacent here. They need to have their wits about them. They've set an attacking field. They need to stick to their guns. That's a really good delivery. Oh, that could have been a dismissal for them. So the batsman at the crease needs to reconsider his mindset here. He was looking for a run, but was already halfway down the crease when his partner at the other end decided to tell him not to go for it. So he needs to have his wits about him and be really careful here, because an early dismissal here within the first power play could mean danger for Dhaka here.
Yes, definitely, because I think the batsman on the non-striker's end knew clearly that the ball was just coming towards the stumps, and that awareness was actually what saved him and eventually the other batsman on the crease as well. So
Definitely, that line of communication needs to be present throughout the innings. So far though, I would say it's an even keel contest.
yes, it has been 3 overs and 16 runs.
That's a foolish delivery beaten into the leg. Plays it late as well. Takes it on the pads. See, this is what Dhaka needs to be doing. They don't need to be playing those rash shots either. They can just take those loose deliveries and capitalize on it.
It has been what they have been doing all this time, and it has not been bad for Dhaka.
Not bad at all, actually.
Definitely.
That's a really good drive taken by the fielder, but places it well enough that Dhaka scores another run as well. That's a really tight line, but that's called wide by the umpire. So Lahore needs to be very careful about not bowling those loose deliveries. That's a short length. Good running from Dhaka. That's a misfield, and there's a call for a second run, racing towards the boundary, and that's a boundary. Lahore only have themselves to blame here. Shouts of celebration from the Dhaka camp, as they should. It's been really positive cricket here for them, and they've capitalized on their errors beautifully.
Yes, definitely the match has been in Dhaka's way so far, and so far is so far is the ground, so far is the batting conditions, and we have seen some misfields from the Lahore side as well. So definitely has been,
And that's the first dismissal of the day. Like I said, Dhaka really needed to stick to their guns here. They were playing such good consistent cricket, but those rash shots proved to be fatal. Took it on the bounce, went straight to the wicketkeeper's hands, and Lahore have their first dismissal of the day. And you could ball a wicket made in the next. So the batsmen need to keep their wits about them. They need to play proper cricketing shots. They need to have their basics down. They need to be aware of what the bowlers are trying to achieve here. So one who suspect the bowler sticking to his line and length here. Yeah. Umpire properly calling the delivery for a wide. Yeah, as we suspected early in the morning here, it's really humid. So there's plenty of swing here available for the bowlers. They just need to stick to a consistent line and length. That's shorter. That's a quick call for a run. That's a misfield. Again, that's good. Oh,
that is good.
Errors from both sides.
That was clear.
Yeah, that was rash and unnecessary from both sides.
That was a misfield. It was all sorts of emotions within that.
Yeah, the newly established batsman tried calling for a run. He was already halfway down the line. They were running back to their respective creases. There was a misfield and they decided to commit fully for the run.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the fielder behind had his wits about him. Threw it straight on. That's a quick, soft dismissal for the second Bangladeshi batsman. Dhaka 25 for 2.
The Dhaka batsmen looked really good in the first 2 overs, and afterwards we have seen 2 dismissals. With 2 dismissals from their side. pitch, this match is always going to be about 140, 150, more than 140 runs definitely. So we
Yeah,
have to
if the batsmen do their job properly, yeah, right now they look a bit finicky, to be honest. Dhaka needs to bank on their ability to wait out those long periods. Maybe not too long since it's a T20 tournament, but they need to wait out those really good deliveries and punish the poor ones. And run scoring. Intelligent run scoring is what we need. There needs to be a clear channel of communication between the two batsmen. So far, there have been lapses in that, leading up to a really soft run-out dismissal. And to their credit, the fielders from Lahore have been really good. They've supported their bowler all throughout. And it's the beginning of the fourth over. That's well left by the batsman. Suravida. Two fielders at slip. One square off the wicket. I would say that Lahore is looking to prevent the opportunities available for the Dhaka batsmen to score their runs. I would say that's really intelligent cricket.
definitely, because early in the game, we saw runs literally leaking from the Dhaka side. They didn't even have to try for some of the runs that they
Yeah, they were
actually
freebies,
Yeah,
most
exactly.
of them.
So I think this field setting is actually showing that Lahore has learned from their mistakes in the first 2 overs, and they're trying to do their best and not let those runs leak out from their bowls, and then afterwards try to contain Dhaka as much as possible and make sure that they get those keep on getting their wickets and finally contain them to a defendable total.
Definitely, and there's a logic to that that field placement as well. Frustrating the batsman, depriving him of scoring anything. That's really bouncy. So
That was a clean dismissal from the Lahore bowlers. That was straight on the money, straight on the, and that is yet another loose shot from the Dhaka batsmen. Afterwards, which they lose their third wicket for just 25 runs. They have it's just this fourth over, and they've lost already 3 wickets, and that's unfortunate for the Dhaka camp. But however, they have to make sure that they go strong. They have to make sure that those runs keep coming in, and make sure that they play some intelligent shots without going for those rush shots as we mentioned before. So far, it's been good bowling from the Lahore camp, and they seem to be little by little. They seem to be commanding in this entire game. Yes, the new batsman is in the crease.
Yeah, so 4 wickets down. Yeah, the batting side really need to have their wits about them here. They need to get their act together. 3 wickets down. So that's most of the top order departing relatively cheaply. But that's a zinger of a delivery from the Lahore bowler. Alright, new batsman at the crease. Let's see how he fares. Beats it off into the leg. That's another call for a run out.
Goes upstairs, yet another call.
Yeah,
It's quite dramatic what happened here at the BRC. It seemed like early in the morning, within the first 2 overs, that Dhaka has got their game, has got their communication right. But right now, we are seeing some miscommunications between the two batsmen and unnecessary running between the wickets, unnecessary attempts to get those runs. And here, that has been signs of danger for the Dhaka team. Meanwhile, Lahore wouldn't mind all those unnecessary decisions taken by the Dhaka camp, and they are celebrating. They definitely have the chance. They definitely have the advantage here as of now, because this is the 5th over of the game, and it has already been 3 wickets. And right now, we're deciding whether it's the fall of the 4th wicket or not. It's just been 25 overs. About 25 runs from the Dhaka camp, and as we said, this is a batsman's game. However, we never know. Waiting for the umpires. Waiting for the TV umpire's decision. Yes, the batsman from Dhaka just became lucky. It's given out as a not out.
Yeah, so Bangladesh here scot free on a technicality.
But as he kept on,
Alright, so there was a call for a referral there. Dhaka Counsels being free from the barest of margins. So driven off to the leg side. Alright, so that's a foolish delivery. Really good from the bowlers.
That is a shot. That is a good shot by the batsman, and that runs down to the boundary. 4 runs for Dhaka. It was a delivery that should have been. It was a delivery that should be punished to the boundary line, and Dhaka batsman did just that. So they have to keep on getting those runs. But however, we have seen a little bit of problem for the Dhaka camp. However, let's see what the batsmen are trying to do. And a good delivery. Dhaka is searching for every opportunity to get a run, while bowlers and the fielders from Lahore are trying to contain the batsmen from Bangladesh as much as possible and get their wickets down. They have already been successful in 3 attempts. That's the end of the 5th over. That's the end of the 6th over. And Dhaka stand at 29 for the loss of 3 wickets. And we are moving into this 7th over here at the BRC ground. What a day for cricket it is. What a day. It's all been in the match's favour.
Alright, so that's the end of the power play here. That's beaten straight down the pitch. But it's good bowling from Lahore. Yeah, so as suspected there, the green top is slowly starting to come on down here, leaving more and more perches for the spinners. Goes for a bit of a swing there.
Loud appeal by the wicketkeeper. Umpire seems not to be interested.
Alright, that's a really good stroke there. Beats the fielders. Goes for a quick run.
That is the end of the 7th over. It's been an even game so far, but Dhaka should try and make this biased towards their side, because it's always been a batsman's game here at the BRC here in today's morning match. They have definitely capitalized on that, but they have all the advantages that they have already been given even prior to the match. So we expect some more runs, and so we're about to get into our 8th over here at the BRC with, I would say, quite interesting field setting as well. So here comes the bowler, and there was some umpire signals it as a wide. Can these two batsmen steady the ship for Dhaka? That's the question that the Dhaka camp needs to answer. Yet again another wide delivery from the bowler from Lahore.
So that's two loose deliveries from the Lahore lawyers. Leaking wickets, leaking runs here. But to their credit, what good balls they have delivered, they've capitalized on it, taking 3 wickets.
That was quite a good delivery.
Yeah, well left by the batsman there.
Again, almost the similar kind of delivery. Well left by the batsman as well. The Lahore Campies seem to be getting steady with their ship in this game and trying to get things in their way. And that has been successful so far. They have been successful so far. That's a good shot.
That's well beaten by the batsman and goes for a quick run there. So they're not really looking to take the bowlers on, which I think is the right move currently. They're looking to place their deliveries into gaps in the field. take those quick runs. So Dhaka Council going through a bit of a recovery phase. That's two really wide deliveries here. They haven't been called as invalid deliveries yet. Yeah, I would say this line and length is really good by the Lahore Lawyers, giving Dhaka a hard time right now. Yeah, batsman tries to take it on. Bull beats him this time as well. He needs to be careful about this. It's important for Dhaka not to get frustrated here. It's easy to realize the difficult position that they are in, but to be honest, they need to keep their wits about them, as stated earlier. It's been their downfall. Now and again, their frustration leading to dismissals.
As you can see, the pressure building up from the for the Dhaka camp here at the BRC. It's good bowling by the Lahore camp. It's been some wonderful cricket here. And that is allowed appeal. Umpire still not interested. Good way to start the over, however. It's the 9th over that we are in, almost halfway through the entire innings. That's a good shot by the batsman. It has gone all the way to a maximum. It's the first 6 of the innings, the first 6 of the match. The batsman just punished it right away into the boundary, right away into the short side of the boundary, and he has been rewarded with the maximum possible runs. Oh, is there a confusion? Oh yes, it's umpire signals it as a boundary, not a 6. Right. There was a little bit of a confusion over there, but it was a good shot by the batsman. 1 bounce and for a 4. Oh, that was something. Again, runs leaking for the Dhaka camp, and
Yeah, so far Dhaka seems to be leading the rebuilding effort really well. It's beaten again. That's a misfield by the bowler. Ambling off for a casual run. So the game so far, Ravitha, has been fluctuating between Dhaka and Lahore. Uh, in certain phases, Lahore has had the upper hand, taking quick and incisive dismissals to eat into the Dhaka top order. But at the same time, Dhaka has also been successful in periods where they have been doing this precisely. They've been using the field to their advantage. It's a batsman's wicket. The ball isn't turning that much as of yet, so they're capitalizing on that as well. They're scoring at a fairly acceptable, adequate rate.
It has been going both sides definitely, and well,
End of the ninth over, Dhaka 43 for 3.
it's the beginning of the 10th over.
Yeah, that was a reckless swing by the Dhaka batsman.
One problem that Dhaka has been having is they've tried to definitely they've tried to build up partnerships, but especially the first partnership, and even right over here we are see it seems to be building up.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a shorter delivery. So Dhaka needs to be careful here. There's a lot of bounce here available for the batsman. There's a lot of bounce here available for the batsman, so they need to be careful about beating off those deliveries. A top edge or a bottom edge could prove fatal for them. So far, the bowlers have been doing their job. They need to keep the pressure applied to Dhaka.
It's safe.
Yeah, that's a really good call by the batsman at the other end of the crease. A really quick run as well. Called as a bye. Off the leg side.
Dhaka needs to aim at a good partnership. All that every time they have been going well, Lahore has managed to break that partnership and make their ship a little bit wobbly. And yes, there's another chance, but however it doesn't. More running in between the wicket for Dhaka.
Really gung-ho cricket by the Delhi Councils here. They've been going for 2 runs now, but they were very nearly dismissed. So they need to be a bit more. They need to be a bit more focused about their intent with their running, because they can't take it casual here. They're the 3 wickets down. They're rebuilding very much. They need that partnership to go steady late into the game. That's rash. Who'll take it? Oh, well,
And that has not been taken.
well, I would say that's really poor fielding from the Lahore lawyers, because that was around as textbook as you would get a bowler
Definitely.
bowling the shorter length, batsman going for it, skies the ball. Batsman goes for it, skies the ball. Fielder goes for the intercept, doesn't capitalize on it. Yeah, that's a wasted opportunity on the part of the Lahore lawyers. And at the end of the 10th over, it's 46 for 3. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going over for a quick interview at the boundary crease with our host.
For a little progressive assessment report. So we have two gentlemen here with us. So quickly, we have from Lahore, Hamza, a very, very warm welcome. It's a sunny day indeed. So what do you have to talk about the weather firstly?
The weather, this is a little challenging. Back in Lahore, the weather was quite pleasant. So this is a bit of a, although we know the weather is a little humid here in Sri Lanka, but we're feeling the pinch, but the boys are doing well. The fast bowlers, they've done really well in the first overs. I think it has rained recently.
That's a
so
really
there's
good
bit of
shot,
dampness in the
but
pitch. But we're coping well. With spinners, the later half, they're coming up as well. So this is an excellent start for us, and they're digging in really well. The Bangladeshi team from Dhaka, they're doing really well as well. So this is a good start, good competition. We're getting a feel of how the pitch will behave. So I think it was a good toss to win as well for us.
Yes.
So yeah.
So do you think that you got lucky when you won the toss? What do you want to say about that?
Lucky, well, in hindsight, sure, but we were prepared both ways. Okay. But whenever we're in a new environment, we'd want to see how the pitch plays. So that's why we chose to bowl first, and I think it's played out well so far.
So what is the target you are looking out for?
Target, we want to keep them below 120 at a max, given the pitch. It's a heavy outfield as well, so we're going to need a lot of singles and doubles here. So that's something we need to control, but if we do that, I think below 120 is what we'll target to hold them back in.
But as of now, what I can see that you guys are doing absolutely very well. So let's hope for the best. So may the best team win.
May the best team win, and I think let's just play hard and let's get back to the game.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Okay, so here we have Mudassir here with us. So Mudassir, firstly, tell me, how does it feel to be like, losing the toss firstly and then like trying to just get up? How does it feel?
Thank you for having us. It's been brilliant so far. As far as the toss is concerned, it's really not something that it's in your control, right? So ideally, maybe my personal opinion would have been we would have liked to have a look at the pitch first, but given the temperature and some of the guys are fasting as well, so it doesn't make it easier as well. So if we could have get an assessment of the pitch initially would have been better, but right now we are struggling a bit, but given the nature of the pitch and the outfield, I believe if we can get around 130 to 140, maybe we could give them a good fight. It could be a fighting total, but it's just halfway through. Let's just hope the next half goes well for us.
Yeah, so do you have any kind of particular strategy? I was just coming to that. So we are just done with 10 overs. We still have 10 overs left. So do you now have some kind of a strategy? Because now you would have already seen how the match is going on. So do you have anything kind of a special strategy coming up?
I think we really need to run harder given the outfield is pretty dry and slow and very heavy. Maybe doubles and singles is the way to go, and we thought our boundaries in between. So if we can manage around, say, 4 or 5 singles and over and a boundary in between, maybe we could get around 90-ish in the last 10, which is possible. We have lost 4 wickets though, so that's something we need to build partnership as well. So maybe if we can just do the basics right, and in the next 4 or 5 overs and keep going. There's a 4 that I was looking for. So we have a 4 right now. So maybe a few doubles and singles here and there, and maybe we'll reach 130, 140.
So how they bet on the exact horse? On which batsman are you betting on now?
Right now, I believe we have got Akash and Ikram both in the middle. They are both good batters. There are a couple of other guys coming in who can hit the ball hard. So maybe if they can build a partnership for the next 5-6 overs, and then those guys can come in and belt a few and hopefully take us to 140.
Absolutely. I also wish you all the very best. So we'll have to just tackle with more balls and hit more 4s, 6s. So let's hope for the best. And thank you so much for joining us. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, so now back to the commentator.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined here back again with you at the BRC grounds from Colombo. It's been a wonderful morning so far, and while we were away, we were able to see yet again the fall of 2 wickets, actually, 2 wickets by the Dhaka camp. And as of now, the Dhaka Lawyers are at 52 for the loss of 5 wickets. We saw a catch in the deep as well, and right now we have had another dismissal. Just right now we've had another dismissal. So it's been pretty good bowling and pretty good fielding by the Lahore camp. It's been going their way. It seems like the Dhaka camp is in danger. They are struggling to once again pick up those partnerships and build a steady ship for themselves. However, every time that they try to do so, it's been toppled over. So let's see what the new pair of batsmen can do. It's already the 5th wicket at the end of 11 overs. Dhaka should capitalize on the advantage that they have been already given, which is the dry outfield. It's not a wet outfield. It has not rained last night, or it has not rained yesterday itself. So it's pretty much a dry outfield. So it's a quick outfield as well. So they should try and capitalize on those opportunities, those advantages that has been given to them even before the start of the match. So it's pretty much a batsman's game, but we have not seen like the Dhaka camp being able to always capitalize on that. They have made sure that they punish some of those loose deliveries, but they need to go more onto this. We have seen commendable cricket here at the BRC. Bowlers coming in, and once again to the deep. Good call by the batsman to not have that run. It would have been a disaster, just like what they faced before, a couple of times. Over. Good shot by the batsman, but there will be a fielder in the deep. Go straight on to long on. Big one, long off. As we said earlier in the game, it's a little bit advantageous for these seamers in the earlier part of the day, but however, as we go on, we'll try and give much more swing and try and give much more advantage to the spinners out there. You can see the pressure building up on the Dhaka camp, and they're trying to get those runs in. That's a good shot by the batsman, but yet again it will be stopped by the fielder in the deep. Straight on to long on. Delivery that missed everything. Good fielding by the Lahore camp. It's the end of the 13th over. Dhaka stand at 55 for the loss of 5 wickets. Right, Dhaka are 56 for the loss of 5. This couple of batsmen seem to be playing some good shots, trying to get their runs, trying to keep that over rate steady as possible, their run rate steady as possible, and trying to build up a partnership over here. That has been going well so far for the Dhaka camp. But as we said already, even in the first partnership, we saw that it was going really well for the Dhaka camp. They were capitalizing on the loose balls, and they were getting those runs, and runs were coming effortlessly for them as well. But however, in the end, just one miscommunication, just one loose shot, just one rash shot, just did it for them. And afterwards, they lost 3 early wickets. 3 early wickets, and that is almost the entirety of the top order of the Dhaka camp, and that was entirely a disaster for the Dhaka batsmen. Yes, once again, it's the end of another over, at the end of the 14th over, and Dhaka, as of now, at 56 for the loss of 5. They have 6 more overs. 6 more overs to go into a defendable total. As of now, they're at 58. As of the early morning, it seemed like a 140 could be an easily gettable total. However, let's see what happens in the last 6 overs. That was a good shot as well, and straight into the hands of long on. Good shot once again, straight into the hands of long on once again. Same result. These 2 batsmen are doing something for the Dhaka camp. They are leaking those runs, they are getting those runs, and making sure that their ship gets steady a little bit, and that is yet again a maximum. Good shot, and that has gone all the way to a maximum. That has gone all the way over the top towards the boundary, and yet again 6 more runs for the Dhaka camp. This is what we need to see from the Dhaka camp. That attitude, the need to get more and more runs, but still playing some careful and intelligent shots. They continue on doing this. They can steady their ship. They have already steadied their ship. This partnership has been something of a steady partnership. Right, that's the end of yet another over. 15 overs done here at the BRC, and Dhaka stand at 66 for the loss of 5 wickets. Big one. Dhaka stands at 67 for the loss of 5 wickets. We're going to the final 5 overs of the match. That's just it away over there. There are no fielders in the deep over there in the backfield region, but however, the fielder runs over there and has been able to save a few runs for the yes. Yes. We saw some good shots from the Dhaka camp right over here at this partnership. And yet again, once it's caught in the deep. Yes, definitely. This partnership has been going in the way of Dhaka, the Dhaka camp, and they have fell. They have had their downfall, and right now they are looking good, and they have steadied their ship with along with their hand. Clever shot, but it was not powerful enough. We're done with 16 overs here at the BRC, and Dhaka stand at 75 for the loss of 5. in my opinion, I think even though Dhaka seems to be doing well with this partnership right now, it seems to be that Lahore has the upper hand as of now because of the way they have bowled, the way they have fielded, and they have made sure that. And once again, that is a rash. Oh, missed opportunity there for the Lahore camp. We were just saying that the Lahore camp probably has the upper hand over here in this match, but we have seen some good fielding from them. But however, right now, these are chances that you should not miss. We saw a drop catch earlier, very easy drop catch earlier as well. And good shot by the batsman. As I said, this has been, I think, as of right now, Lahore are having the upper hand because this was easily, even in the morning, we were saying that this is easily a 140 gettable. 140 was a gettable target, but as of now, it seems to be they have just less than 4 overs left, and four overs left, and they're already at 78. But however, we never know what would happen in a cricket match, so we are hoping that Dhaka still continues on with their recovery, because Dhaka has had a good recovery so far. They have this partnership has helped them to go into a total like this. They're at 79 as of now. Good shot. Struck powerfully, but not powerful enough to go to the boundary line, and stopped by the field in the deep. Once again, it's the end of the 17th over, and Dhaka stand at 80 runs for the last of 5. Well stopped by the fielder in the deep. We are into the 18th over of the game. Oh, that was pretty dangerous. Could have been a little bit of a change by the batsman. Could have been disastrous for the Lahore camp. I beg your pardon, Dhaka camp. Steps in front and goes. Definitely missed the batsman, and the keeper's got what he needed. What the Lahore camp needs right now was a wicket, and they delivered. It's the end. It's the fall of their 6th wicket at 81 runs. It was an easy stumping for the wicket keeper of the Lahore camp. It has been a steady innings. Those two batsmen has had a good partnership. They have steadied the innings for the Dhaka camp and made sure that they are at a commendable position as of now. But however, unlucky, and was dismissed easily by the keeper. Alright, it's the end of the 80th over here at the BRC, and Dhaka stand at 81 for the loss. It's 81 for the loss of 7 wickets. Batsman in the crease. The final 3 wickets. This is the final 3-man for Dhaka. 2 overs left to get to a defendable total. If not, the bowlers, the Dhaka bowlers and the fielders will have to do a hard job in order to get themselves into victory. Again, over there, runs leaking for the from the Lahore camp, and yes, went all the way to the boundary over there. Clever shots. Runs are coming in for the Dhaka camp. They wouldn't mind. They need to get every opportunity. They need to get every single run that is possible. This is a T20 match, and that has been struck powerfully. But however, I think there will be a field in the deep. Yes, it's been good running in between the wickets as well. Good running, powerful shot, but however it was stopped in the deep. As I said earlier, the match has been just going back and forth between Dhaka and Lahore, and yet again another good delivery. Missed the batsman. Batsman should be careful whenever he goes for those kind of shots. Good delivery over there as well, but I don't think the previous over they actually had 3 runs in the board. By the way they were running. Uh,
Yeah, it's confirmed by the third umpire. 8 wickets down, Dhaka Counsels. We had the final 3 deliveries here. Well, it's a late comeback here from the Lahore Lawyers. 9 wickets down now.
that's a dismissal in the final delivery of the entire innings, and Dhaka has scored 92 at the end of their 20 overs. Lahore would need 93 runs to win this second match of the South Asia Lawyers T20 tournament. Oh, I beg your pardon. Going for the run. 2 more deliveries left for the Dhaka camp. Attempted a good shot, however, wasn't entirely okay to get it through.
Alright, so
Good running between the wickets.
Dhaka Counsels have approached 100 runs here, so full credit to them. They've done their utmost to come back from an early batting collapse, but they lost significant wickets later on. Mohammad Fazil, the bowler at the crease, taking 4 wickets, has been really effective for the Lahore Lawyers. And that's the end of the first innings of match 2 of the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Cup. Dhaka Counsels versus Lahore Lawyers. Mohammad Fazil undoubtedly the man of the hour here. Dhaka Counsels 94 runs, 9 wickets down. So they've set up a formidable total in the form of 95 runs. Let's hope Lahore Lawyers can bring the heat here. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be moving on to a quick interview with the best performer of the innings, Mohammad Fazil, picking up 4 wickets. Oh, that's a brilliant shot. Raises off the boundary. And the first bound. That's a short length. Good running from Dhaka. That's a misfield. And there's a call for a second run.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be moving on to get a quick interview with the man of the hour, the man of the best performer of the first innings, Mohammad Fadil, with 4 wickets, and we'll join downstairs with our host.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we are up with 20 overs. So as of now, I can say well played. Kudos to that. And 4 wickets taken. What do you have your take on this?
Well, I was put to bowl later on, but when I, bowled the first ball, the pitch was doing a bit, so I just bowled on the right line and the pitch did the rest. So that's why I ended up taking 4 wickets.
Well, I actually know which team is going to be winning the game already. So any kind of like special strategy, anything you have planned as of now?
Yeah, well, it is said in cricket that it's not over until it's over. So we still got to chase 93 runs to get ourselves over the line. So, but we will play positive. We got good batting side, and hopefully we'll be all right.
All the very best, and may the best team win.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor and privilege to be standing next to the man right here. We have Justice Asad Munir. So, very warm welcome to you, sir. So, how do you feel the tournament is going as of now?
Well, I think we have had a very good start, though the weather is a bit hotter than what we are used to. But one must give full credit to Bangladesh. I've checked with them, they say all of them are fasting, and yet they are playing. So appreciation is due to them. We salute them for uh, playing in this match. And I think any team playing against them would have an unfair advantage if they keep on fasting.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the concept of this tournament? Like everybody coming as one single family and playing. What do you think about this concept of the Lawyers T20 tournament? What we have done?
It's a great concept, and we must give due credit to Mr. Krishnan. He first introduced the concept of Lawyers World Cup way back in 2007, and once again, we must give him credit. In fact, over the last 2 years, we have had very little cricket because of the COVID situation. And, teams from West Indies, Australia, New Zealand, they are shy to come to this part. Because of the geography of this area, these 4 countries, they have a great opportunity to have more of these tournaments. This is the first one, and I believe and hope that we have many more to follow.
So now looking at this match, you said that it's going to be a tough for Dhaka. So who do you think, if I could ask your prediction, what would you say?
Well, I wish both the team the best of luck, but prima facie, as they say in law, it appears that Dhaka have a tough time because they're fasting. You see, it's very difficult it's probably easier to bat, but to field in this weather, it's doubly tough. So I wish them luck.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back with two pioneers here. So we have with us Justice Hamid Khan, the president of Pakistan Lawyers Cricket Association, senior advocate, and and he is an all-rounder. I must say, sir. What do you have to talk about today's game today?
I think it's very interesting, particularly I think the initiative of the Sri Lankan Lawyers Cricket Association, that they have invited all of us, the cricket teams of the lawyers from all over the subcontinent, and we are having a sort of gala of cricket over here with the participation of teams from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. So I think it's very enjoyable experience to be here.
How do you feel about the concept of everyone coming in and playing in as one single family here?
That's wonderful because not only that it's good for the country from where they come, it's also good for the other countries who are either hosting or visiting, because that creates a more solidarity. We all belong to one region of the world and one of the most populated regions of the world, and coming together all of us is something very important, particularly because of the misunderstandings that have been existing for a long time between various countries of South Asia. It's good that we all come together.
So we're just talking about Dhaka team that, even though in spite of their fasting in the hot weather, so what do you have to comment on that? And which team you think are going to be winning the match?
You see, I must compliment the team, Bangladesh team, because I'm told that if not all, most of them are fasting. And that is something very extraordinary, particularly in these hot conditions. Their religious commitment to do so. So, but in any case, I think they will also be enjoying this visit, even if it is in hot season and during Ramadan. And I think we all have to appreciate. As far as who will win, I think it's difficult to say because all the teams are working very hard and they're good teams. So any one of the teams could win.
Maybe if you could give like one quick tip or an advice for the stuffing team now, what would you say?
I would say make it more frequent. It was the first time that we are having a Asia Cup of lawyers cricket, and I think this tradition should be continued, and we all countries from South Asia should try to encourage that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Okay, so up next we have Mr. Anik R. Haq. So yes, you just play the game. So quickly summarize what happened. Is it the weather or is it the fasting? What is it?
Not the weather is really hot and humid, but I wouldn't say that is the reason that. But their bowling, Lahore's bowling was really good. They started brilliantly with their two opening bowlers, Hamza and Sada. They bowled really well, and our batting caved in. And let's see, we will try to restrict them by 95 and try to hope to win.
Any kind of key strategies you have in mind right now to knock them out?
I hope they will keep making mistakes and our bowlers will bowl within discipline so that we can boot them. Let's put it that.
Absolutely. So may the best team win. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Cheers. Thank you.
Alright, yet again a very good morning to all of our viewers here. We are live from the BRC grounds here in Colombo. Lahore Royals are back in the game. They are batting right now. We are in the second innings and they have to chase down a target of 95 runs in order to win the second match. Again, here the batsmen are getting straight off the mark and they're doing their thing. Yes, definitely. They seem to be in control, very in control of the deliveries. So pretty much of a quicker outfield, so we are expecting good shot there. Good shot there by the batsman. Oh, and straight into the hands. The start of the second over. Once again, reminding target is as of now. They need 95 runs out of their 20 overs in order to win the second match of the South Asian Lawyers T20. The bowling, and that missed the big. Easy single for the two batsmen. It is a good day for cricket, but it is a good day for cricket and a lovely atmosphere here at the Burger Recreational Club. Good shot. Goes straight into the fielder. A steady partnership is what the Lahore camp needs in order to build themselves up. The two batsmen in the crease right now seem to be promising. However, we never know. As we go ahead with this innings, we'll see much more clearly what will happen within the next 20 overs. And that was a misfield. Straight up, easy running between the wickets for the two batsmen. Some good powerful shots by the Lahore batsmen. You can literally hear the sound of the bat striking in the middle of the bat, and that is something of a sound that you want to hear in a cricket match, and that's exactly oh. Batsman got lucky over there, but got a single off that delivery as well. Good shot over there, but misfield over there and goes straight into the boundary. The first boundary of the innings, and runs are coming in for the Lahore camp. It was a good shot. Definitely was a ball that was able to be punished towards the boundary, and that's just what the batsman did. Not only that, it's the end of the second over, and Lahore stand at 9 for the loss of no wickets. We are moving on to the In the third over of this second innings of this of match number 2. Good. Lahore batsmen are seeming to be steadying the ship for their camp, and steps in front and goes for the shot straight into the fielder. Doesn't make any valuable runs out of the delivery. However, it seems like that the Lahore camp is going at a steady state. Good shot, and good and aggressive fielding by the Bangladeshi camp. Match seems to be going evenly between the two teams. Something that the Lahore camp has been doing pretty well as of now is actually that they have been able to keep that mentality of the T20 game and go ahead with it and make sure that they do no mistakes. And that has been advantageous for their camp. They keep on doing that. If they keep on punishing those loose deliveries towards the boundary, and if they can keep on getting those runs and keep on a steady partnership, I think that would be very much there would be the pressure will be building up on the Bangladeshi camp, and afterwards the status, the environment, the mentality of the entire ground would change, and afterwards it will be easier for the Pakistani camp to attack and make sure that they attain victory in this encounter. Good running, good shot, good running in between the wickets. Clever shots by the Lahore camp. They're making sure that the run rate keeps on being steady.
That was yet again a good shot and a boundary for the Lahore camp. The run stand at 14 right now for the loss of no wickets, and as you already said, they have been performing quite well in this encounter. If they keep on doing this, if they keep on playing it right, just getting their basics right, and punishing those loose deliveries off the bat. Right, yet again a good delivery by the bowler. If they keep on doing this, and if they keep on making sure that no mistakes happen or less mistakes happen from their side, they'll definitely they'll be able to emerge victorious in this encounter. Coming in, good shot over there, and wasn't a misfield, but however, stopped by the field over there. Good run in between the wickets by the Lahore batsman. Good communication is. We saw in the previous innings what the lack of communication, even for a split second, could do, and it costed them several wickets. And yes, once again, that's a wide delivery. That's the end of the fourth over. Lahore stand at 16 for the loss of no wickets. It's the start of the fifth over. Right. Good line and length by the bowlers here. As I said, it's a good day for cricket. It's a good day for the batsmen. Goes for a shot over there. There's a field in the deep. Runs are coming in for the Lahore camp. They wouldn't mind any of those. Shot over there, but goes straight into the fielder. Small chat between the two batsmen over there. The bowler seems to be a little bit uncomfortable. we are good to continue with the proceedings of the innings. Good shot over there, and that's a missed opportunity. That's gone all the way to the boundary line. Good shot by the Pakistani batsman, by the Lahore camp, and that has given them some valuable runs. Good shot over there, and straight again, once into the boundary line. Some powerful shots by the Lahore batsman. That is what you do to a loose ball. That is what you do, and that is how you play the game. Something impressive about the Lahore batsman, the batsman from the Lahore camp, is how impressive that they have been with their mentality, how they have handled this situation so far. They seem to be going strong. That is the end of the 5th over. So at the end of the 5 overs, Lahore Lawyers had 25 for the loss of no wickets. They're going strong. They seem to be steady. And these two batsmen out in the crease are building up slowly and steadily, building up a good partnership between the both of them. And getting those runs that Lahore Lawyers need in order to inch towards their target of 95 runs and emerge victorious in the second match. This South Asian Lawyers T20. At the start of the 6th over. Aggressive field setting by the Dhaka Counsels. They too have to try and build that pressure upon the Lahore Lawyers and make sure that they do not let those runs get off the bat and break this partnership and go ahead, ball in the correct line and length and tricking the batsman. All right, that's a good shot. That has gone. That should go all the way down to the boundary, and that has. It has been punched hard, and that was a good shot by the batsman from the Lahore Lawyers. And once again, nice shot by the batsman. That definitely deserved to go all the way to the boundary. And once again, good shot there. It has been stopped by the field in the deep. Lahore Lawyers seem to be doing their thing, and they seem to be going well in this game. And at the end of 6 overs, Lahore Lawyers stand at 30 for the loss of no wickets. They're going strong. Also, it's the end. This is the end of the first power play. Okay, the spinners coming into the attack. Good shot once again. One thing that we have seen the Lahore Lawyers doing very well is keeping on that confidence level, keep doing their shots, making sure that they go for those shots, making sure that they push those loose deliveries to the boundary line and make sure that they get every single run that's possible. So that has been working in their way, in their favor. It's been working in their favor all this time, and they are building a strong innings over there. Oh, that's a good delivery. Missed the batsman over there. Good shot, juicy shot there over there. Doesn't run into the boundary. There's a field in the deep. That has been something that we haven't seen from the Dhaka camp. That was really close. Can see the pressure building up on the Dhaka camp. They need to break this partnership before it gets too strong. Amazing shot, good shot, but yet again there will be a field in the deep. Straight on to long on. That's the end of the 7th over, and Lahore Lawyers stand at 33 for the loss of no wickets.
That's a shot filled with personality, to say the least. Lahore Lawyers coasting along. At the end of the 8th over, Lahore Lawyers 40 for no loss. So far, the two batsmen at the crease, openers, both have been consistent. They've been playing intelligent cricket so far. Lahore Lawyers need 55 runs in 72 balls. So ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming matches of the South Asian Lawyers T20 Tournament 2023. Delhi Giants will be playing the Colombo Titans on the 31st of March at 2:30 p.m. and the Kolkata Tigers That's a good shot, intelligent running between the wickets by the two batsmen from Lahore Lawyers. So far, Dhaka Counsels finding it exceedingly difficult to get that first wicket. That's well left by the batsman. That's a lot of turn coming back into the batsman. The openers need to be careful of this. They can't afford to get complacent. That's driven down the leg. Goes for a sweep down the leg. Races towards the boundary. And it's another 4 runs for Lahore Lawyers. At the end of the 8th over, Lahore Lawyers 43 for no loss. By the look of things, there seems to be a slight error in the scoring. 9 overs in. Lahore Lawyers are in a comfortable position here. They've yet to lose their first wicket. Their two openers have been playing intelligent cricket. They haven't been playing the rash sort of shot that dismissed the Dhaka batsmen late and early in the game. They've been rotating the strike as well. Good running between the wicket. Good communication between two batsmen between the creases as well. But that said, Dhaka Counsels have been hard pressed to bowl to their field. Very relaxed conditions in the field. Well middled by the batsman. One would think that their thinking is to pay the better deliveries out, to take the poor deliveries head on. That's a very strong appeal by the Dhaka Counsels, and the batsman walks. Well, that's something you rarely see in the modern game of cricket, the batsman walking, but if his judgment holds true, then there's nothing more respectable than that. Dhaka Counsels have their first wicket. Dhaka Counsels, to their credit, have their first wicket. They need to be intelligent about this. They need to lay on the attack. They need to keep at it. 95 runs, while formidable, is more than a gettable score for the Lahore Lawyers, if evidenced by the brand of cricket that they've been playing. They're well on course here. Lahore Lawyers, they need to take care as well to build a good partnership here. They don't need a middle-inning batting collapse here. Something tells me this batsman is looking to take the bowler on. Musafir Hussain, strike rate. Musafir Hussain is the new batsman at the crease. The spinner at the crease doing his job very well. That's good rotation of strike. Plays it late on the pads, pushes it to the leg. The field collects it, and there's quick running between the creases. And Hussain has his first runs. That's a good over from the bowler. Ten overs down. Lahore Lawyers are 46 for 1. Yeah, the two batsmen and crease here need to get a good partnership going. They need 48 runs in 60 deliveries. Very much gettable, if I do say so myself. Yeah, the BRC, there's a bit more turn here for the bowlers. So that should bode well for the Dhaka Counsels. That's well middled. That's quick running. That's a good run. That's a good run by the Lahore boys. So far they have done nothing but impress. The running has been quick, decisive and clean. And that's the result of the technically correct cricketing shots. They haven't tried to do anything extravagant. They know the task at hand and they're sticking to their guns. Tries to go for a late cut. Picked up by the wicketkeeper. Yep, pushed off into the leg, and that's a boundary. Just really relaxed batting here. Really relaxed batting here from the batsman. Technically correct shot as well. Straight out of the textbook. Easy as you like. Push down the leg. Raises on to the boundary. Yeah, this particular batsman has been really impressive. Mohammad Waqas has been really impressive. 27 runs off 34 deliveries. This is what one would expect from the opener of the team, and so far he's delivered on his job description. Yeah, that's really good cricketing from Waqas. That's another run there as well. If he plays his cards right, 50 might be in the odds for him. That's really good as well. That's driven down the leg. That's a comedy of errors for the Dhaka Counsels. Really poor feeling there. Yeah, they need to get their cards in order here. They can't afford to let these freebies fly by. It's not an imposing total that they've set up here for the Lahore lawyers. They can't afford to be doing that. And this is what I like about Lahore lawyers. They are not looking to chase and attack every ball. They know when they can be satisfied and step off the gas for a bit. And at the end, it's worked wonders for them. Lahore lawyers, 11 overs down, 57 for 2. Yeah, this seems to be more like it from the Dhaka Counsels. They're bowling the field. Goes for the cheeky shot there. Goes for a bit of a reverse scoop. Reminiscent of TM Dilshan. That's driven. That's a really good shot. Strong hands. and a quick run. Alright, the new batsman at the crease seems to be a really forceful character. His strike rate, run on ball. That drives it down the leg, races down to the boundary, and it's another boundary. True to form, he scores. He's really impressed with the time he's spent at the crease. Having gone through just 7 deliveries, he scored 10 runs on the trot. Yeah, a bit of tussle between the batsman and the bowler, having an exchange of words there. It was running high with the high temperatures here at the Burger Recreation Club. Alright, both teams need to have their wits about them. Bangladesh still very much in the game. If I didn't know better, I'd say that Lahore could do with a bit more intent with their running. They seem to be very relaxed here, which, to be fair, has worked for them. They've stuck to their guns, they've stuck to their basics, they know what works for them. And at the end of the 12th over, Lahore Lawyers are 63 for 2.
And that's went the way, didn't go the way. Good running in between wickets, good shot. However, it was, they were fortunate enough, the batsmen were fortunate enough to not be actually caught deep. There's that again. Goes all the way. Little bit of confusion over here. They're checking for yes, that has gone all the way to maximum. The third umpire confirms it. It was a good effort by the fielder in the but however, unfortunately it has gone all the way. It has been a maximum. Six runs for Lahore Lawyers. Little by little they're closing in on the gap, and it's another shot. Good running in between the wickets. Impressive running. Lahore Lawyers are trying to take this and finish this early. Good running in between the wickets. Good shot over there. There's a field in the over. Straight on to long off. Straight into the ball. This is the type of cricket that we want to see at the tournament. Good shot over there. Straight on to long on. The focusing of that delivery. As of right now, Lahore Lawyers are really doing their job. They got their basics right, they got their shots, they got their punish the loose deliveries off to the boundary line, and they got their running between the wickets very well, the communication right. So they are in a really comfortable position. They have 8 wickets, and they have achieved it in the sense of run rate as well, and achieving the target that they are supposed to require. They're required to achieve in order to win this second match in the South Asian Lawyers T20. That's the end of the 13th over. Lahore Lawyers are at 74 for the loss of 2. They need 21 runs in just 42 deliveries. Mohammad Waqas, the man of the hour, 30 runs of 41 deliveries, and well supported by his partner Kashif, 21 of 12 deliveries. They were past Lahore Lawyers, were past the required run rate. They've completely dominated this session of the game, making sure that they do the least amount of mistakes as much as possible, and not letting any chance for the Dhaka Counsels to emerge on top. That's yet another shot, which straight above the head of the hands of the fielder, and throws in. Good running between the wickets. That's them getting a couple of that delivery. That's really good running between the wickets. Lahore Lawyers doing an impressive job over here. Once again dominated this entire innings. They've emerged on top. They have made sure that they build up those partnerships, and they have been impressive with that as well. So definitely they have emerged on top in this encounter. Good shot out there as well, and goes all the way to the boundary. The fielder can just stare. It has gone all the way to a maximum. Amazing field awareness by the 2 batsmen over there, by the Lahore Lawyers. There it is once again. Brilliant push shot. All the way for a maximum. The fielders can just stare at the ball going all the way over the rope. Impressive stuff by the 2 batsmen over there. from the beginning itself, the Lahore, you knew that they were in the game and they were putting up a really, and yet again once, and that has missed the fielder. Once again goes for a 4. Runs are coming in for Lahore and they're doing their job brilliantly. There we have the replay once again. Goes for that shot brilliantly. The fielder comes running but misses everything. There's been some poor fielding from the Dhaka Counsels, should mention. They need to. Once again, goes for the top. However, he is unfortunate because there was a fielder in the deep. But however, they have done a really impressive job over there. Seems to be some communication, some confusion over there. Oh. That is apparently knocked out. There's a small discussion between the TV umpire and the ground umpires, on-field umpires, as to whether that is a dismissal or whether it's actually going to a boundary. The batsman seems to be walking away, but he's... Is it a 6 or is it an out? Is it a dismissal? That's the discussion, that's the confusion that's over there. Ask the fielder. Ask the fielder. That was a confusion over there. Batsman seems to be walking away. As the batsman comes back into the pavilion, so therefore the third wicket of Lahore, but still they're in a very commandable position. They just need 9 runs in 38 balls, so it's easily gettable. Lahore, I don't think that there's anything that they should be worried about as of right now. Just straight away over there and caught in the deep. Discussion, the confusion was as to whether it was an out or whether it was a 6 runs. But however, commendable, very strong innings by the batsmen. They've done all the things right and they have made sure that Lahore, their team, are inching run by run towards victory. And that's the end of the 14th over, ladies and gentlemen. Lahore is 86 for the loss of 3 wickets and needing just 9 runs in order to clinch the victory in the second match of the South Asian Lawyers T20. Just 9 runs needed of 36 balls. They have 7 wickets left as well. They don't need 7 wickets. They can easily get it within the next few deliveries. for the way that they have been batting the Lahore Lawyers. They were impressive with the bat. Earlier, they were impressive with the ball and the fieldings. So definitely, they have emerged on top in this game. That was entirely the over. That has gone all the way to the maximum. That was a loose delivery. That should have been punished, and that was punished. Brilliantly done by the batsman over there. That was not a good delivery by the batsman, by the bowler. It has been struck all the way to a maximum. Just 3 runs needed in order to win this encounter, and that has been, and it's been stopped. It's not a boundary. There's still the game still exists, but there was some good running in between the wickets. Some impressive shots by the Lahore batsman. That is definitely sure. And that has gone all the way. That is a maximum. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this innings with Lahore Lawyers winning comfortably by 7 wickets in the second match of the South Asian Lawyers T20 tournament here at the Burger Recreational Club in Colombo. Impressive performance by the Lahore Lawyers, and they have emerged on top, and they have completely dominated this entire inning. So they have deserved this win, and the two batsmen out there, Mohammad Waqas, he has been the man of the hour. He has scored 44 deliveries, unfortunately to miss his half century, but however, it has been an amazing innings by the two batsmen out there, and all the other batsmen who has played for the Lahore Lawyers. It has been an impressive display of cricket, and there is something really big for the Dhaka Counsels to work out for, and they have to make sure that they up their game and come out strong in their next game, definitely, because the Lahore Lawyers have completely dominated the second innings of the game and made sure that they emerged victorious out of every single delivery, every single run that they have taken in. Lahore Lawyers 100 runs as well. So that is the end of And yes, that is the scorecard for the Lahore Lawyers. Mohammad Waqas with 44 deliveries, his strike rate impressive. He was the man of the hour. And Ahmad Sukra with 90 runs. He was once again not out, but he was retired. And Mohammad Fazil was unfortunately to be dismissed for cheeky for just a duck. And then Kashif Sohail, the man who scored 33 and was impressive once again. Out of 70 deliveries, he scored 33 with a strike rate of 194.12, and that was the partnership between Mohammad Waqas and Kashif Sohail that actually brought up the A game in the Lahore Lawyers game. And afterwards, Muzaffar Hussain went out with the field as well. Dhaka Counsels, the scorecard doesn't look that impressive for the bowling side. Only Priyam and Mohammad Hussain is able to pick up 2 wickets, 1 wicket each, and the economy in the set of economy has been impressive as well. So 4 extras and totally dominated by this in the second encounter. The second innings has been dominated completely by the Lahore Lawyers, therefore easily winning by 7 wickets. Shots from the second innings, impressive stuff from the batsmen over there by the Lahore, and they have deserved to win this. They have deserved to emerge on top. They have done their game. They have done made sure that they go no mistakes and go their game. They have done it brilliantly. So they have emerged on top. And finally, the news from the BRC is that match number 2 has been won. So the match highlights of
these are
of 35, and Imran Roni scoring 18 of 27, along with an impressive scorecard for Muzaffar Hussain, who picked up 4 wickets within his 3 overs for just 12 runs conceding. And afterwards, Lahore Royals comfortably and completely dominated the second innings with 100. And winning this second match by 7 wickets. And we'll see you soon with the upcoming matches.